At the time of filming this video, it's cold outside and the days are short. The world isn't in that great of a state right now, but then again, when is it these days? Things are tough, but with Christmas season underway, there's a lot of pressure to make sure that you do something for it. Buy presents, give cards, decorate, enjoy the lights that you see around you, be with people, and to try to find joy. That's all a pretty tall order, and for writers, the expectations are more specific. You should write through December to earn taking that Christmas day off. Or maybe to earn that trip that you've been planning. Or maybe you need to earn the right to sit down and catch up with that TV show that you've been putting off that everyone else has enjoyed. Pressure, pressure, pressure. Through adverts, through people enjoying themselves, and by people who think it's their job to cheer you up, because you've got to be happy at this time of year, right? Relax, they say. Enjoy the holidays, they say. It's time off. Take a break and do something fun, they say. They might even suggest you buy a specially scented candle, or look back at the year and make resolutions to let go and have more fun in the new year. Their hearts are in the right place. They're talking about self-care. But what is self-care? Contrary to popular belief, self-care isn't about trying to cheer yourself up. It isn't about forcing yourself to relax. People can come up with routines or sell self-care products or preach about practicing mindfulness. But then does that mean that you're failing to look after yourself if you don't do all of those things? What if you don't like candles? Or you panic if you're forced to sit in one spot to meditate? Or don't feel up to pushing yourself to go out to talk to people? Or you don't have enough energy to go for a walk? What if you just don't want to do Christmas this year? In my eyes, self-care is about giving yourself a break. There are no expectations attached to that, to feel more cheerful or to be more well-rested. You may be in a very stressful situation, emotionally or physically. It's about giving yourself an out. You're allowed to put a hand on your own chest or shoulder and say, things are tough right now. Things are difficult. I'm struggling. But that's okay. Other people may want what's best for you, to cheer you up, to push you to start doing things, whether that's going out or taking a break. Sometimes those things just aren't options, and you don't have to do anything more or less than you are. For me, self-care is about being selfish. If you want to hoard candles around a bathtub, do it if that's what you like. For me, that's indulging in chocolate when I'm stressed, in spite of all the evidence telling me to eat better, to feel better, or to cheer up. It's staying up past my bedtime, even though I'm tired, to watch one more episode of a show I like, because it's the only time I get to myself, and one of the few things I found pleasure in. It's choosing to lie down and rest, even when guests or my carers are around. To ask them to stop their cheerful singing when I have a headache. When people ask how I am, I can say, about as well or as expected given the circumstances. When things are going well, and you recognise that, you might think, life is good. Then the pressure becomes to step outside of your comfort zone and try something new. You only live once after all. But you might be scared that you'll upset something, that it's a bubble that will burst if you push it. You don't want to change your routine. That's a perfectly valid way to live too, and admitting that's right for you is also self-care. There are times when you need to push yourself, but there are also times for you to say no. There will be times when you want to push yourself, and times when life pushes you. Self-care is about accepting the choices you make and giving yourself a break for doing it. The holidays can be an extremely lonely time for some people, reinforcing how grateful they should be for the people they have in their lives. And if they have very few, saying that they should be taking the opportunity to reach out to people. Twitter and YouTube do that for me. Will I push myself to physically visit anyone this Christmas? Probably not. Things are tough right now, and that's okay. I'm reaching out in ways that suit me. Will I splurge on some audiobooks to fill in the silence, or binge watch anime, or play a lot of Pokemon? Yes. Rest for me is a medical way of looking after my body and mind. Self-care for me is an emotional way of looking after my mind. Both are short and temporary, but vital parts of self-maintenance and should be practiced frequently. I'll have a link to the charity Minds website about coping with mental health during Christmas up in the cards and down below in the description if anyone's interested. This video was inspired by the amazing Marilyn, also known as the Baby Boomer Booktuber, who said they were interested in hearing about my self-care. A link to her channel is also up in the cards and in the description. If you have any self-care tips or thoughts on the topic, or I've got you thinking, feel free to say so in the comments below. That's it for me today. I have to go back to work now, as I continue to write my story. One day at a time.